All right, folks, I'm out here somewhere in North Carolina, Catawba, North Carolina, about to pick up some more reels. No, it's not my favorite thing in the world to do, but it's taking me out to Wisconsin. That'll be a first for me. I've never been, I guess, that far north or west, but that'll be an experience. Hopefully the weather's not too bad. I know it's cold as all get out, but I like to be in that area near Michigan and Illinois because I know I can always find some really good loads on the way back. So I'm excited about that and to get this thing chained down. And I'm trying to get some instruction to show you guys how to actually do the chain. I know I've shown a little bit before how I do it, but I'm finding with some of my other drivers that it's pertinent that you know exactly how to do it safely. You don't just throw chains on there, throw a binder on top, and think that you're secure. So hopefully I get enough time to hang around and film a little bit more, but that's the goal. Check in with you in a bit. You kind of tell the guy across from me here does this pretty often. He's he's got some wedges, he's got a nail gun and everything to keep his stuff in order. He doesn't have to worry about that thing moving. Watch this. Wedges, nail gun. The reels aren't moving after you change these things. Most yards that do cables have a long pole like this. You put the end hook of your chain inside of it to push it through. Already pushed through on that one. This one being in the middle, it's got something blocking it. I'll make sure that one has enough so it can't move, and then I'll just strap this through. I can't stress this enough. When you're doing this, you have to have it pulled left and right or opposite directions in general. So this one is gonna pull over in this direction. And the other one's gonna pull in the other opposite direction. Also keep in mind when you're doing this, you don't need to have the chains on the outside of the trailer, right? So you shouldn't have it where it's dangling on the outside like this or like this. It can't be on the outside. Just keep it inside this outermost part and you're good to go. Same with this one. It's not on the outside here. It's on the innermost that you can, just to keep it buckled in. Walking back to the other side. I do personally, people will be like, hey, put it on the the passenger side. So if you have to pull over, you don't have to worry about traffic and being hit. I still do just prefer to be on this side, on the driver's side. So this is how I'm gonna do it. Taking my binder. Pulling any extra slack. This one does pull in this direction, like it does on the other side. So this is the direction I want my binder to pull. Before even starting it, I always put a hook on the edge so I can pull it, and I can make sure I've got as much space as possible on the binder. So it came off, which is not a bad thing. Just screw it back on just a little bit, just enough to hold it. And the reason we want it all the way to the end is so if we have enough slack at the end, we don't have to undo anything. If we ever get to a point where we feel like we need to tighten it whenever we stop, we still have space to tighten it. I'll show you that. You don't want any space. Get it as far up as you can. Make sure the binder is pulled as far as it can go. The fan is pulled as high as you can be to its highest point. Alright? To a point where it's time to tighten it up. Make sure it's flipped in the right direction. This switch here determines that. Push it down. On the other side, you can push that button and it lifts back up. Let's check it out. Same position. Just make sure when you're turning it, check this out. Check it all out. Usually, you start off tightening this part by hand. So it's starting to tighten up. At this point, I do a chain check. I'm putting all my weight and it's tight. It's not going nowhere. All right. So you need to do the exact same thing with this one that's being pulled in the opposite direction. And then we'll do the same with this back one here. Pulling left and right. I got a second chain there, left and right. This one will just get strapped down the middle. I'm about to show you what you do with your excess chain. That chain that's hanging down to the ground. This. You wrap it around. It's the best thing you can do. It doesn't have to be excess chains taken care of right there. I'll just do the same with this part and we're done. All right, check out our final result here. Left, right. This one's being pulled down straight down the center because it's being blocked by both of those on the outside that are stiff. They're not moving. Left, right on the one that's on the outside had the ability to roll backward. That one had the ability to roll in general, but these are good and secure. I kept all of my binders on the driver's side just because no particular reason. For safety reasons, a lot of people again use the other side, the passenger side, to do it. It's up to your discretion, really is. Just make sure that when you get these on, the excess chain is secured in some way. I got mine hooked in there like that, so we're good. Excess chain here, missing a hook. I gotta stop and grab one of those, but it's locked in, definitely locked in. We're good to go, y'all. Remember, binders on the outside, or inside rather, as well. There's no weird chains hanging on the outside and then the binder pulling it in any direction. The binder is doing the binding, is doing its job, y'all. Try to make it look as neat, clean, professional as possible. If I had another chain, I would use a chain here instead. But that's it. Heading on to Wisconsin to try to find another load because I got extra space. This is only 4,500 pounds. And yeah, I can get a crate or something up here. maybe some pipes. Gonna measure off and see what we got. All right, check out our final result here. Left, right. This one's being pulled down straight down the center because it's being blocked by both of those on the outside that are stiff. They're not moving. Left, right on the one that's on the outside had the ability to roll backward. That one had the ability to roll in general, but these are good and secure. I kept all of my binders on the driver's side just because no particular reason. For safety reasons, a lot of people again use the other side, the passenger side, to do it. It's up to your discretion, really is. Just make sure that when you get these on, the excess chain is secured in some way. I got mine hooked in there like that, so we're good. Excess chain here, missing a hook. I gotta stop and grab one of those, but it's locked in, definitely locked in. We're good to go, y'all. Remember, binders on the outside, or inside rather, as well. There's no weird chains hanging on the outside and then the binder pulling it in any direction. The binder is doing the binding, is doing its job, y'all. Try to make it look as neat, clean, professional as possible. If I had another chain, I would use a chain here instead. But that's it. Heading on to Wisconsin, gonna try to find another load because I got extra space. This is only 4,500 pounds. And yeah, I can get a crate or something up here. Maybe some pipes. Gonna measure off and see what we got.
Niggas here, like, you know, the mixtape or whatever it is.
We're unloading out here in Wisconsin. It's already taken 2 of them out of 3. Looking good so far. It's a little late in the afternoon. It's 12:30 here, 1:30 Eastern time. So a lot of places about to stop shipping. I'm trying to hurry up and find something quick real soon. Just like that, it's a wrap, folks. So, trying to get another load out of here. It's 1:30 Eastern time, 12:30 here. It's gonna be rough, but I gotta try. If I can get something to pick up and head to the south, that'd be great. I got a direct shipper wanting to work with me out of Carolina. They can work either tomorrow or Thursday, so I'm trying to hurry up and get down there as quick as possible. Let's see what happens. Out here at a shipping yard in Chicago, they got a bunch of metal. I'm taking some curve back to Cincinnati. It's about $2 a mile. Just something to get me in the right direction. I'm trying to get me. Oof, it's so cold out here. This is not the type of cold I'm used to. This is different, man. And I don't come out here this way. This is not typical. Y'all know I don't come out this far. I usually stay in the south. Anyways, once I get this loaded up, one truck ahead of me, going back to warmer weather, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't know if I can do this again this winter. We're gonna see. Hit y'all. Horseshoes attached. Good old over-under on one part because I wasn't sure. It's like self-sabotage. To see the traffic the way it is and then just delve yourself into it. This is nonsense, man. And there's nothing I can do about it. Because I need to get this way. This is nuts. Oh, man. Easy does it. All done.